Welcome. Today, we are going to explore a fundamental concept in Python programming, exception handling. We'll learn how to manage runtime errors gracefully using the try, except else, and finally blocks. Let's get started. So, what exactly is an exception? Think of it as a signal that something unexpected has happened. It's an event that occurs while your program is running that disrupts its normal flow. In Python, these are essentially errors that pop up during execution, like trying to divide a number by 0 or attempting to use a file that isn't there. To prevent our program from crashing, we use try and except. On the left, we have a piece of code that will definitely cause an error because we are trying to divide 10 by 0. Without any handling, the program stops. On the right, we see the solution. We place the risky code inside a try block. If an error occurs, the code inside the except block is executed, and the program continues running smoothly. Sometimes, a block of code can cause different types of errors. You can handle them individually. In this example, we ask the user for a number. If they enter text instead of a number, a value error occurs. If they enter 0, a zero division error happens. We can catch each specific error and provide a tailored message. There's also a general except exception at the end to catch any other unexpected errors. Next up is the else block. This is a special block that only runs if the try block is successful and does not raise any exceptions. It's the ideal place for code that should only run when everything has gone according to plan. For instance, if we successfully open a file in the try block, we can then process that file in the else block. Now, let's talk about finally. This block is unique because it will always execute, no matter what. It runs whether an exception was raised or not, and even if an exception was caught. This makes it perfect for cleanup tasks, like closing a file or releasing a network connection, ensuring that these important actions are always performed. Let's review the complete execution flow. If the try block succeeds without any errors, the program runs the else block and then finishes with the finally block. If an error does occur in the try block, the program jumps to the matching except block, and then it also finishes with the finally block. The finally block is always the last stop on the journey. Did you know you can also create your own exceptions? By using the raise keyword, you can trigger an exception intentionally. This is incredibly useful for enforcing specific rules in your code. For example, in a function that sets a person's age, you can raise a value error if the input is a negative number, ensuring data integrity. To wrap things up, let's cover some best practices. First, always be as specific as possible when catching exceptions. Avoid using a general except exception when you can catch a more specific error. Use the finally block for necessary cleanup actions. Importantly, don't just ignore exceptions, handle them by logging the error or informing the user. And remember, exception handling shouldn't be used for normal program flow control. That's what if and else statements are for.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.